Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. We'll be talking everything Denver sports and beyond. Please like and subscribe if you are a sports fan like me. Let's do this. Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. The Denver Nuggets and the Los Angeles Clippers find themselves tied at 2 games apiece, heading into Game 5, first round of the NBA playoffs. Game 5 is scheduled for tomorrow night, Tuesday evening, at Ball Arena, and yours truly will be there. Very excited to be going to playoff basketball in the Mile High City. Certainly a series that has garnered some national attention due to the wild games. Now, in saying all that, I have not done a podcast since Game 2. Game 3 was a bit of a disaster for the Nuggets. Clippers jumped on them early, 7 points lead, I should say, at first quarter, ballooned to an 18-point lead at halftime, and quite frankly, it was never really in doubt. So we can go over a little bit of that, but that was kind of a throwaway game. The Clippers definitely were fired up to play a home playoff series in their new venue, the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California. And the Nuggets didn't offer much resistance. Jamal Murray actually had a decent game, although if you look at the plus minus, which I keep going back to because it's a good barometer, a very quick snapshot of how these teams play, especially because the starters for the Denver Nuggets are so important. Literally every Nuggets starter has a negative net plus minus. So, not too good, as they would say. Whereas every single Clipper has a plus. Kawhi Leonard plus 18, Zubac plus 21, James Harden plus 25, probably his best game of the series, and Norman Powell plus 13, Chris Dunn plus 8. And so that one, I'm almost hesitant to take a whole lot away from it, other than the Nuggets got behind early, and when the Clippers are playing as well as they did defensively in that game, as well as offensively, they're actually pretty formidable. They really are very, very good at home with that loud venue behind them. And once the Nuggets were behind, they were fighting uphill pretty much from about midway through the second quarter. The game was effectively over at halftime. Nuggets made it slightly interesting by keeping it within range in the third quarter, but by the fourth quarter, they had called off the drive. So that leads us to Game 4, which is probably the game of the series, given that it went the Nuggets' way. Nuggets win 101-99 on an Aaron Gordon putback dunk, which they reviewed from about every angle you can possibly review from, and dunk counted. Incredible play. The fact that Jokic almost made the shot himself on the previous possession, comes back, gets the assist to Gordon, who, quite frankly, comes up as the hero. And Aaron Gordon, really, he's been the Nuggets' second best player in this series. It should be Jamal Murray. It's not. The Clippers have too many guys to throw Jamal. He was already not playing great this season to begin with. Certainly not great this postseason. And as I previewed in my preview pod, I thought this might be the consensus was this was going to be a hard matchup for Jamal Murray. That has come to fruition. But Aaron Gordon, the Nuggets would not have won an NBA title in 2023 without Aaron Gordon. His size, his length, his, quite frankly, just energy, is tremendous. He has been hurt off and on throughout the entire season. And when he's hurt, he's not nearly as effective. But this game, he only had 14 points, but the defense, the clutch plays at the end, all of that, I really felt like he really not only came through in that last play, but he really has stepped his game up so far in these playoffs. And of course, I would be remiss without going to the man who's the best player in basketball, regardless of whether he wins an MVP from the league this year, he is considered the best player in basketball. He's playing like it. His points versus the Clippers in the postseason and through 4 games, he's averaging 42.3 minutes a game. So he's essentially sitting out 5 minutes of the whole thing. He's shooting 54% in field goal, 48, almost 47.6% in 3-point for a guy who's 7 feet tall. Free throws about 70%. Rebounds averaging 13.5, 10.8 assists. So he's essentially averaging a triple double in the postseason, which is it's just insane. And for this game specifically, Nikola Jokic ends up with 36 points. I almost quoted his minutes. 36 points, 21 rebounds, and 8 assists. So 2 assists off of a triple double. The 36 and 21 it's just a monster game. Quite honestly, the Nuggets would probably be in the NBA draft lottery if he was not on the team. So this series is tied 2-2, largely on the shoulders of Nikola Jokic, the league's most valuable player. Whether he wins the award or not, he is definitely the best player in the NBA. And I cannot wait to watch him play tomorrow night, Game 5 against the Los Angeles Clippers.
Well, Nikola Jokic obviously offers an unbelievable resume for this postseason. I can't say the same thing about Jamal Murray. I knew he was going to have a tough matchup with the different players that the Clippers can throw at him on a game-to-game basis. But even for Murray, he's pretty pedestrian. Currently, through 4 games, he's shooting around 50% from the field, but he's not shooting it that much. He's averaging 20 points, which is okay. But it's not playoff Murray. It's not playoff Jamal. It's not good enough for this team. They might win this series, but if he doesn't play better, they're not going to get to the ultimate mountaintop. I don't think this is a championship level team this year, unfortunately. If they were to get to the NBA Western Finals, given that they fired their coach, all the in-season fighting, and quite frankly, their defense is poor, that would be a success in my eyes, even though they have the best player in the league. But back to Murray, through this series, um, the other things are just not very good. I know he's a guard, but only 4.8 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 steal a game. He kind of either he scores or he doesn't do a whole lot. And granted, I understand that the Clippers have lots of bodies. Chris Dunn, all sorts of dudes um, to throw at Jamal Murray. But Jamal Murray is making big boy money. He's making big boy money. So yeah, the Clippers have a lot of wings and size and guys to disrupt him. There's no question about that. But this is supposed to be playoff Jamal. He's supposed to be elevating his game in the postseason. And Chris Dunn, Amir Coffey, those guys are they're just throwing everything they can at Murray, and it's working. And unfortunately, I'm not going to um, pick on him too much, but it's well known that Christian Braun is probably the weakest link on the Nuggets starting five. It's nothing against him. Um, he's came out of Kansas, great role player, helped the Nuggets win an NBA title 2 years ago. But you're seeing the difference between the Clippers guards, Kawhi Leonard, and and forward Kawhi Leonard and James Harden versus a player like Christian Braun. It's just a whole nother level. And Christian Braun has been okay, but the most glaring part, he is literally at 14.3% 3-point percentage right now through this series. As they say, not good. He's averaging only 10.5 points per game, which is okay, but that's a good, 8 or 9 points below his season average this year. And if the Nuggets have a shot at winning the series, other than I guess riding Nikola Jokic until he somehow gets injured or into dust, They need Christian Brown and Jamal Murray to step up. I could talk about MPJ, but MPJ, look, I watched the guy play. I congratulate him for the effort. He's clearly severely hurt. Um, Basically, I have had a grade one, a lighter grade AC joint sprain. I know people who have. They're nasty. They can really hurt. His apparently is a grade two. It's even worse. So he's toughing it out. He's given it what he has, but he's clearly hurt. I mean, if it was the regular season, there's no way he would be out there. So this series is going to come down to either the brilliance of Nikola Jokic, Jamal Murray, thankfully, maybe, hopefully, stepping up his game and answering the courtesy call. Although I think the Clippers matchup, I think it's just a really bad matchup for him. Or Christian Brown essentially playing over his head and doing something special in the next 3 games for the Nuggets to close this series out. I originally picked the Nuggets in 7. I still like the Nuggets in 7. It wouldn't surprise me if somehow if somehow I go to Game 5 tomorrow night and they lose, and then come back to win back-to-back games, Game 6 in Los Angeles, Game 7 home at Denver. I could also see them it being a home and home. And in Game 7, you never know. The Nuggets had a 20-point lead against the Minnesota Timberwolves last year and managed to lose that game in the playoffs. Not the entire reason why Michael Malone is no longer employed with the Denver Nuggets, but I think it was a factor. I think the ownership was not pleased at that loss at home to a team that, as if you haven't been watching the NBA playoffs, a team that is very good and is up 3-1 against the Los Angeles Lakers currently. But the Nuggets had that game at home and lost at home Game 7 with a 20-point lead, and also lost 3 home games in that series to the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Nuggets, I like them at home. I think they have a shot. Obviously, they have an advantage with 2 of the games here in Denver, but other guys, other than Nikola Jokic, have to play. They have to play better. Anyways, I will be back here reacting maybe with some pictures as well from the game that I'll be lucky to attend tomorrow night. Anyways, thanks for joining me on this little Nuggets wraparound. Once again, my name is Andrew Sharp, Sharp Sports 82 YouTube podcast, and I'll see you after Game 5.